what could or should advertising look like in 2020? And there's been a lot of great articulation already, even with the three guys that came up earlier. But we believe at AdColony that advertising in 2020 is going to be instant and it's going to be organic. The way advertising will be delivered and consumed by consumers at the end of the day is going to be rapid. There's going to be great targeting available, and that's going to result in fantastic engagement with these consumers in 2020. Again, the core fundamental crux of this being instant and organic. And as Stephen mentioned, he alluded to this concept of glass, glass being screens. We feel the same way. Everything has the opportunity to be a screen in 2020. We need to look beyond what we currently have as our paradigm and shift that focus. And that's really what's going to spawn a lot of growth industries that, today we don't even have an idea about. In 2008, prior to the launch of the iOS App Store, no one knew that you could be an app developer and make over $100 million a year. You've probably never heard of this company that I'm alluding to, but it's a small Finnish app development company called Supercell. They make over $100 million a year. They've only got 10 people, and I'm pretty sure that 90% of this room does not know who they are. They were just raised their first round of financing at about $1 billion in valuation. Just incredible opportunities in 2020. But going back to the dovetail, everything has the opportunity to be a screen. And finally, on this first question, the mobile device becomes the central point of connectivity for every aspect of life. This is something we firmly believe in. In 2007, when the first generation iPhone launched, I was just finished up business school, and I felt this was a device that would forever change the way content is consumed. I had no idea that a year later, Steve Jobs would launch what's now called the App Store and completely revolutionize what we know today as mobile advertising. Certainly prior to the launch of the iPhone, we had the BlackBerry and we had Nokias, but we never had a platform by which consumers could get connected with the world around them and consume and engage with each other and consume content. And really, we feel that all of this centers on ultimately the mobile device. And whether or not that mobile device in 2020 is your smartphone remains to be seen. It can be your glasses, like what Google's trying to push, or it can be your watch, or it could be an entire new type of product that we've never used before. Moving on to the second aspect, so what should we do to get ready for the future? Ultimately, and someone mentioned this as well, data is critical, right? To prepare for the future, we need to find ways to deliver data, measurement, and technology. These are 3 points that are critical in unlocking what we call the mobile revolution. Again, mobile today means smartphone and tablets, but in 2020 it could mean something completely different. And then third and lastly, what is AdColony doing along this path? Well, what we're doing is we're embracing consumer trends in the marketplace. We have a team out there that's identifying what are consumers doing today and what will they be doing in the future in terms of trends of how they consume and engage with content. Second, we're out there educating folks in the marketplace, our partners, whether you're a publishing partner of ours, whether you're an advertiser or an agency. We're out there educating our partners on where the trends are headed today and where they'll be tomorrow. And lastly, we're building technologies. AdColony is one of the few mobile video ad networks in the space that's actually concerned about latency, the long load times that which it takes a video ad to load on a mobile device. You guys have all consumed content on your mobile devices before, and you've all been unfortunately interrupted in your app experience or your mobile web app experience with a video ad. And oftentimes that video ad could take up to 15 seconds to load. And that was very disruptive to your user experience. So what we're doing is innovating and identifying what the trend is, educating our partners, and innovating along the lines of these types of technologies that will enable advertisers to deliver their value proposition in targeted, measurable, data-driven ways to consumers. And finally, when you embrace, when you educate, and when you build, you're able to bridge that current divide that exists between publishers, marketers, and consumers. And that's where we see the future of advertising is headed in 2020. Thank you very much.